Well, Everton have got the win here at the Bet365 Stadium, but to be perfectly honest, that was a pre-season performance that offered little inspiration with the new season so close. They came up against a championship side, Stoke, whose season kicks off earlier than Everton's, of course, so they are going to be further along in their pre-season training. But to be honest, the way in which the home side was sharper, moved the ball around quicker, were first to the second ball so often, and dominated the midfield as well as causing chances, creating problems down Everton's wings, will have probably given a few concerns to Sean Dyche and his coaching team. Obviously, we know that at this stage and so far in pre-season it's been about fitness over tactics and the technical side of things. But obviously at some point those things have to start coming together, and this was an uninspiring performance by Everton. They got the win. Amadou Onana scrambled in a late goal, but they didn't really create a lot of chances. It was good to see Arnaud Danjuma get his first one out in blue. He didn't create a lot, he didn't get on the end of a lot, but at least got 45 minutes in the tank, as did a few of the other big names. This was Sean Dyche's strongest 11 of pre-season so far, and although it came up against the strongest opponents of pre-season so far, it probably raised more questions than answers. The biggest one from this pitch, from this game today, is probably the extent of Dwight McNeil's injury. He hobbled off after about 70 minutes after being bundled over in the Stoke box. It was 0-0 at the time, and to be honest, I thought he had a good shout for a penalty. It was a bruising encounter for McNeil, who went straight down the tunnel, had his head in his hands as he received treatment before then. He was on the pitch in pain 4 times after being brought down by Stoke players, including twice in the opening 20 minutes. Of those 4 tackles, 2 of them, Jacob Thompson and Josh Laurent, received bookings for what they did to him. To be honest, I'm surprised he stayed on the pitch for so long, because clearly was a bit of a difficult encounter for him. He was clearly being targeted, I think, partly because of his trickery, because he's obviously one of the few players Everton have got that we know can produce a moment of magic. There's still plenty of time to go, of course, but I think this is a game which really highlights the work that still needs to be done. At the end of the game, after that late winner, the away fans, nearly 3,000 of them were singing, "We're going to win the league," and obviously they were doing that in jest, they were doing that in irony. Well, in 3 weeks from today, the away end will be their first away match at Aston Villa. I think it's pretty clear for everybody, including those fans who have known that as they were singing that in joke. There's a lot of work to do just yet.